Hello there, my name is Myrna Loy of Blackbright News, which can be found at www.issuu, which is issue.com/Blackbright News. And like I normally say, I cover a lot of black-centered issues, and today's topic is, why are black people so aggressive or perceived to be aggressive? As a black person myself, I'm inclined to think I'm more passionate. And if somebody riles me up, I am likely to get a bit, let's say a bit loud. Yes, I am likely to get a bit loud, trying to put my point across. You get a lot of females or males coming over with this loudness and brusque kind of tone and behaviour. And I have to question myself, why is that? Why do we get so passionate? Why aren't we calm? Why can't we hold a debate in a calm, subdued manner? What is it about black people, why we feel as though we've got to accentuate everything we say, and we have to demonstrate and gesticulate and do all of that stuff? Well, I was kind of trying to think what it is about. I think number one, from people who tend to feel as though their voices haven't been heard, whether it's amongst themselves or by other people, they feel as though they need to make a point and they need to talk louder to get that point across. I also feel that sometimes it's about protection, self-protection. They don't want to be minimized. They don't want their point to be muted or discounted. So they try to make a point by being loud and sometimes aggressive. I sometimes think it's probably their ego that gets in the way. Competition, is that person going to get one over on me? So it's all about, I think a lot of it could be to do with ego. And I think sometimes aggression has to do with fear. What are you afraid of? What are you scared of? Why are you aggressive? Why do you think that what you're going to say is not going to be heard if you don't talk in a calm, level way? Why do you think you're going to have more influence and more power when you shout and you have to get your point across and you have to do all of that? What is effective? What outcome do you want to achieve? And the reason why it's so important for black people to stop all this aggressive malarkey and putting on an attitude and making out, that they are all about that, or that's not even the right terminology, but to make them feel like, oh, you can't mess with me, or don't belittle me, because I still think that is the colonial mentality, where you have been so subjugated that you think it's applying to you now, so you feel as though you have to attack verbally, so you become aggressive when it's not necessary anymore. In certain circumstances, yes, you are under threat, but even then, go and learn martial arts. It's the silent attack. It helps discipline you. It helps you to be calm. It helps you to be methodical and calculated. The thing is that when you are seen to be aggressive, you get the wrong reaction, and especially with stand your ground law, especially with the police. Yes, it is very likely that you'll still get the worst end of the stick. I'm not saying that you won't, but it's more likely that you are not going to aggravate a situation if you're able to talk about it in a calm, measured fashion. And that's what we're looking about here. The thing is that when you talk, a lot of men in particular feel like when they talk in a calm, measured fashion, that they're going to be exploited, that they're going to be taken advantage of, that they're going to be taken the piss. And sometimes especially historically, a man hasn't been allowed, especially the black man, wasn't allowed to speak out. He was muffled. He was muzzled, or whatever you call it. And he wasn't allowed. So now he's got a voice. He feels as though he needs to speak out. But a lot of the time, when people don't understand where that passion or that aggression is coming from, it can be meted out in the wrong way. So my humble advice is to try and find a balance where you get your point across and you can be not aggressive, but assertive, so that you have that strong, you are able to put your point across in a strong way, but it's not in a way that can be misconstrued as aggressive. So you're not only protecting you, but you're protecting your family by conducting yourself in a measured way. And that's all I've got to say. Short and sweet. Bye.